Have you ever taken a bad trade but still tried to prove that you were right? And that leads to overtrading. Have you ever been there? Yes, right. Guilty. I have also been there. Now, why exactly it happened? This is called being defensive and it destroys many traders. Alright, so that is what we are going to understand in our today's video. And by the end of the video, you'll have the logic and the psychology why exactly we being defensive is sometimes very wrong for us, especially in trading environment. And we will get a solution so that next time when you'll come across similar situation, you'll know how to tackle with it and how to cope with it. Okay, so let's begin. So the topic is being defensive. Our love of being right is best understood as our fear of being wrong. This is the word of Catherine Schulz, journalist and author. Right, now try to understand the gravity of it, what the author is trying to convey over here. Our love of being right is best understood as our fear of being wrong. So, how much we love to be right is something that we can judge on the basis of how much we hate being wrong. Okay, and similarly, we can do the same for the other people as well, even though judgment or judging someone is wrong. But yeah, if you want to understand someone's personality better, yes, this is one way of doing it in this perspective. Okay, do you constantly justify yourself? Are you offended whenever someone insult you or disrespect you? Now, why exactly it happens? There are very specific reasons why you get defensive. By becoming conscious of these reasons, you'll learn a lot about yourself and be able to let go of what go of that desire to defend yourself. First, let's see why you get defensive. Initially, we need to find out why exactly we are being defensive in the first place. What are the reasons behind it? Once we get the idea why exactly we get defensive, then only we can work on it, right? So let's understand the reason why we become defensive. Okay, why you get defensive. Now, the need to defend yourself stems from your desire to protect your story or your ego. Every time your ego is threatened, you are triggered and feel the need to defend it. So, whenever there is something that is affecting your ego in a direct or indirect manner, now your ego is threatened and now you feel triggered, and then there is this urge, then there is this feeling to defend yourself arises. Okay, I believe there are three main reasons why you are triggered. Now, according to author Thibaut Muris, there are three main reasons. Let's see. The first one is there is a part of truth in what you were told. So let's say you heard something about yourself and there is something truth, like there is some truth in that saying. Now, that is one of the reason. The second reason is you believe there is a part of truth in what you were told. Okay, so sometimes the thing that you heard can exactly truth, like it is a truth, but sometimes you feel like it is a truth even though it is not truth, but you feel like you believe there is a part of truth in what you were told. Now, the third one is a very important one. A core belief you hold has been attacked. So because of whatever environment you are currently living in, or whatever environment you lived throughout your life, and whatever exposure you got in throughout your life so far, that leads to creating certain beliefs. Okay, and sometimes we are so attached to it, knowingly or unknowingly, that it affects. Whenever the belief is getting threatened in one way or another, we being very defensive, like we start becoming very defensive against it. Okay, now, note that because we all have different stories, what triggers you might not trigger someone else. Now, before understanding these three topics in detail, let me give you one example. So, in the trading environment, you must have heard a lot of people saying, "Okay, I have done this in my life before trading, and I have achieved a lot of academic, achievements in my life. So I'll be able to manage trading environment also." So they had this belief that they are very intelligent in one way or another academically, so they will for sure conquer the trading environment as well. So they just directly jump into it, and over the period of time they realize it is not related at all, and then they need to, like, they start working on their personality and ultimately they will succeed. That is a truth. That is something, if they will work on themselves, they will ultimately win. But this very idea, this very belief that they have about themselves from their childhood onwards, they performed well in their academics, they achieved something in their life academically, and now they have this belief that they will ultimately do better in the trading environment as well. And now when they start trading, they start losing big. Compare like if we'll compare it with a normal guy who who is completely objective about the market, who's looking the market carefully, and this guy who is oozing with the overconfidence because of his past academic whatever the reasons were, right? Now you'll see the gap is very big, and that's why the guy with great past in academic sense is not able to accept this truth that he can be wrong as well, right? Because of the belief system that he has, and that's why he'll become more defensive, and that leads to overtrading, and ultimately it will leads to more losses. Okay, now let's understand these three reasons in a little bit more detail. Okay, now the first one is there is a part of truth in what you were told. This is the first reason. What exactly we mean, or what exactly the author meant by it, let's understand. Someone mentioned something that is true about you and it hurts. For instance, he or she may accuse you of procrastinating on a certain project. Your inability to accept that the truth is the reason you become defensive. Let's say somebody said you are someone who procrastinate a lot, and since it is partially truth, like it is a truth, so now you are being defensive about it because it is highlighting your inability, and you are not able to accept your inability or a weak point for that matter, at least in front of the other people, right? When the topic is brought up, it triggers emotional reactions such as anger, denial, or self-criticism. Okay, now the second reason is you believe there is a part of truth in what you were told. You were told something you believe to be true and feel hurt. In this case, the criticism you received may be unfounded, yet you still feel hurt. Why is that? It's because what you were told confirms the disempowering beliefs you hold about yourself. So sometimes we hold certain beliefs about ourselves which are disempowering in nature, right? If someone else is also saying similar thing, now it will trigger our defense mechanism very soon, right? So that's what the author is trying to say. Let's understand it better with the help of an example. For instance, let's say you believe you aren't good enough. Okay, let's say in a particular thing, or in general you believe that you aren't good enough. This belief pushes you to work harder than anybody else. Now how would you feel if someone accused you of being lazy? You're working hard but someone is still accusing you that you are being lazy in nature. You would feel offended, wouldn't you? However, that wouldn't be because you are actually lazy, but because of your belief that you should work harder, right? So the second part, you believe there is a part of truth in what you were told, is how we can relate to this. Okay, now the third one is one of your core beliefs has been attacked. Now this is something that you can relate a lot in the current environment. I i don't want to go a lot in the religious things that is happening around us nowadays, or the political things, political beliefs a person holds very ardently, that he or she is ready to you know kill someone else in the name of a political party or whatever. All right, so you are very well aware of it. We will discuss about it in in some other video maybe, but let's understand how our defense mechanism is getting kicked because of our core beliefs that is being attacked. Now someone directly or indirectly attacks on one of your core beliefs, and you feel the need to defend yourself. This could be a religious belief, a political belief, or a more general belief about the word or yourself. The more you attached you are to this belief, the stronger your emotional reaction will be. Here is a great example. Now, because they believe Donald Trump was evil, some liberals had strong emotional reaction after he was elected president. So there were liberals, they had a firm belief that Donald Trump, who is the current hmm, president of America and elected, I think multiple times, right? The exact number I don't know. I think it is two. Like he's getting he became president second time, if I'm wrong. But yeah, one thing is sure that he got elected multiple times, right? So there are certain people who believe that Donald Trump is evil by nature. Now, once he got elected again as president, they became very violent. Some shouted and some became violent. On the other hand, many conservatives were delighted by Trump's victory. Now, the event is same. Donald Trump got elected as a president of America, but one type of people like liberals, they are getting offended by it. They are shouting, they're showing their objection to it, and there are other people who are in favor of Trump, the conservatives. They're delighted by Trump's victory. The same event can affect different person in different manner on the basis of their belief system. Now, how can people can react so differently to the same event? This is because of their core beliefs. Both Democrats and Republicans strongly identify with their political beliefs. This led hardcore Democrats to burst into tears and hardcore Republicans to rejoice. Okay, from the very same thing that happened, Trump getting elected. So the same phenomena can, you know, generate different kind of emotion to different set of people. Whenever belief you are strongly attached to is attacked or challenged, you'll experience an emotional reaction. The deeper the belief is, the stronger the emotional reaction will be when it is attacked. An extreme example would be someone ready to kill anybody who dares to criticize his or her his or her religion. Right. Now, how to use this emotion to grow? Look at the situation that triggers you. Now, we are coming to the solution part, and this is very important. Okay, if this will become the part of your belief system, now it will become easy for you to navigate through these kind of situation in your life. How to use this emotion to grow? Look at the situation that triggers you. Okay, so there are certain things that is triggering in nature for you, like particularly. Whenever you feel offended, ask yourself why. What belief led you to defend yourself? Can you let go of this belief? And is this really belief really true? Right? Most of the time, people don't cross check if the belief is true or not. They're just following it blindly, and they become so violent if this belief is getting attacked in one way or another. Even the very idea that this is getting attacked is also triggering to a lot of people. All right. By doing this, you'll learn a great deal about yourself. You'll be able to let go of beliefs that aren't serving you well. Now, when you'll cross question yourself, let's say you got defended, uh, let's say you got triggered by something. Now you started questioning yourself, why I'm getting so defensive because of this particular phenomena. Then you'll lead to a particular triggering emotion, like triggering point. Then you'll get to know about this belief of yours which is causing this triggering effect, and ultimately your defense mechanism that is getting kicked in. Once you'll identify this very core of the defense mechanism that is getting kicked in, you will work on that core. You'll cross question yourself again. This core belief, is it you know something that is going to serve me well in the future or not? If the answer is yes, keep that belief in a constructive manner. If the answer is no, drop it right away. Okay, at least try to drop it slowly. Try to make it just get out of your life directly or indirectly, right? So you'll be able to let go of beliefs that aren't serving you well, and you'll realize that in most cases you don't even need to defend yourself. Right, you don't even need to defend yourself in many cases. It's just completely fine. Right. Now there are certain action steps. One is based on the this workbook. If you want, I can give that to you in the comment section. Let me know. And next time whenever you become defensive, remember to ask yourself the following questions. Okay, listen to this very carefully. This is again, the solution is within you. All you have to do is logically think about the solution and ask yourself the right questions. The questions are, what am I trying to protect here? Let's say you got triggered, or you get defensive about something. Ask yourself, what am I trying to protect here? Can I let go of that belief, whatever the belief is it progressive in nature? Is it profitable to me in longer run? If not, can I let go of that belief? What would I be without that belief? Imagine your life without that belief. If that is constructive in nature, then follow your heart. If that is destructive in nature, then you need to drop that belief if you really want to grow in your life. Okay, I hope you got my point. Now So whenever next time someone points out your mistake, don't defend your ego. Use that moment to improve your thinking. All right. So by this, we are coming to the end of the chapter. One very important question, one very interesting question is waiting for all of you in the comment section. Make sure that you're answering it. And yes, if there is any suggestions, anything that you want to share, box is open for you. Till the next time, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you so much, universe. Thank you so much, Radharani ji. Have fun. Peace out.